Do you realize that there are people, the wealthiest, the most powerful on this planet, who are quietly talking about you and you haven't even noticed? It's not admiration, and it's not some strange act of generosity. No, they're not strategizing to win you over with money or influence. They are unsettled. They are afraid of the one thing that cannot be bought, borrowed, or predicted. You chosen one are not like anyone else. You are the anomaly, the soul that refuses to bend, the spirit that walks through life untouched by the manipulations and schemes of others. Billionaires, media empires, corporate titans, those who believe everything can be calculated, controlled, or coerced, find themselves disarmed when faced with your authenticity. Every meeting, every strategy session, every carefully crafted algorithm they devise cannot account for your presence. They cannot purchase it, they cannot force it, and they cannot replicate it. This is not some abstract, mystical fantasy. This is reality. You have endured trials, rejection, betrayal, and hardship in ways that fortified a kind of power no wealth could simulate. You have walked through storms that would have crushed lesser souls, and you have emerged whole, steady, unshakable. While the world races to bend others to its will, you remain sovereign within your own essence, a force beyond ledger books, contracts, or influence charts. And it terrifies them. Imagine the irony: empires built on gold, media networks designed to dictate thought, entire industries engineered to shape perception. Yet here you stand, untouched, unmoved, unstoppable. Their fear is not visible to the masses, but it pulses behind closed doors, a quiet acknowledgement that there exists someone who cannot be corralled, predicted, or bought. And that someone is you. This is your awakening, your revelation, and the threshold of understanding. You are about to see why the world around you trembles in subtle, unseen ways because of your existence. Not because you chase fame, wealth, or approval, but because you are aligned with a force far greater than anything they can wield. You are the reflection of truth in a room built on illusion. And once you recognize that, once you feel the weight of your own sovereignty, you will understand what it means to truly move through the world as untouchable, undeniable, and uncontainable. Stay with me, because what you're about to uncover isn't just inspiration. It's a revelation that challenges the very systems designed to predict, control, and suppress you. You are the anomaly they never accounted for. And soon you'll see why everything around you has been quietly shifting in response to the presence you've always carried. You have walked through fires that would have consumed most people. Betrayal, heartbreak, rejection, moments when the world seemed determined to break you. Yet here you stand, unshaken, unyielding, and undeniably alive. Every scar, every sleepless night, every whispered doubt cast against you has forged a resilience that no amount of wealth, influence, or manipulation could ever replicate. This is your power, the kind that cannot be stolen, cannot be diluted, and cannot be predicted. You are quite simply unstoppable. Think back to the moments when you were underestimated, dismissed, or abandoned. Maybe it was in your workplace, in a circle of friends, or even within your own family. You were left to navigate storms alone, forced to reconcile with the fact that no one was coming to save you. And yet you didn't just survive. You learned to stand on your own, to find clarity in chaos, and to rise in strength where others would have fallen. That endurance, the quiet, relentless, invisible kind, is the hallmark of the chosen. You live according to values that are yours alone. Integrity is your compass. Vision is your guide. Approval, validation, applause, they are meaningless to you because your alignment comes from within, from a place no one can influence. While the world chases recognition, chasing likes, endorsements, and nods of acceptance, you walk through life grounded in what you know to be true. Your truth carries more weight than any fortune amassed or status achieved. And that is why the powers that be, those who attempt to control outcomes with money or influence, find themselves powerless before you. Here's where your story mirrors the experiences of your audience. Perhaps you've been dismissed, overlooked, or betrayed. Perhaps you felt invisible in rooms where others were celebrated. And yet, in the crucible of those experiences, your strength was forged. Your trials were not wasted. They became your credentials, your proof, your armor. Every moment of suffering is now a resource. Every challenge you overcame is a reflection of your untouchable core. The world may have tried to define you through its lens, but you have defined yourself through truth and endurance. You are a mirror reflecting the inconsistencies and illusions around you. People may try to hide behind facades, pretending to be stronger, wiser, or more capable than they truly are. When you enter a room, their illusions wobble. Their pretenses flicker. You reveal their truth not with accusation, but simply by existing as a living example of authenticity and strength. And that reflection unsettles them. It is quiet yet undeniable. It is subtle yet disruptive. You do not need to strike to fight or to prove anything. Your presence alone is enough to expose the cracks in their narratives. At the same time, you are the wild card they never anticipated. No model, no calculation, no strategy can anticipate your next move. While they rely on patterns, projections, and networks to maintain control, you operate beyond their logic. You navigate life with intuition, clarity, and alignment that cannot be programmed. And that unpredictability makes you untouchable. They can attempt to corner you, manipulate you, or sway you with promises, but none of it works. You exist outside the system, and that is both your power and their fear. Remember, every betrayal, every moment of hardship, every time someone underestimated you was a lesson in becoming untouchable. You turned doubt into determination, pain into insight, and adversity into armor. You are proof that resilience is not built in comfort, but in confrontation with life's harshest truths. And as your story unfolds, those who encounter you see it. They recognize your strength, your authenticity, your unwavering commitment to your own path. You do not need to be loud. You do not need to display it. You simply are. So stand tall, chosen one. You are the example others measure themselves against, the mirror they cannot ignore, and the force that no amount of influence, manipulation, or intimidation can touch. Your life is a testament to the power of endurance, integrity, and alignment. You are unstoppable, undeniable, and unapologetically real. You possess a kind of influence that cannot be bought, borrowed, or manufactured. It does not rely on a title, a platform, or the amplification of social media. You do not need to broadcast, promote, or perform to be recognized. The very way you exist, the choices you make, the resilience you carry naturally draws people in. Your presence resonates in rooms long before you speak, in conversations, long after you have left. People observe, they learn, they take notice, not because you demand it, not because you flaunt it, but because authenticity always leaves an imprint that cannot be ignored. In a world obsessed with metrics, visibility, and superficial markers of influence, your presence is a radical statement. While others chase likes, endorsements, or the fleeting approval of the crowd, you operate from a place of quiet authority. Your influence is intrinsic. It is born from the alignment of your values, the clarity of your vision, and the unshakable strength you have cultivated over years of challenge and adversity. This is a force that cannot be replicated, manipulated, or faked. It exists beyond social constructs, beyond material wealth, and beyond the fleeting attention of the masses. Consider this: those who believe influence can be bought. The billionaires, the media empires, the power brokers find themselves powerless in your presence. They can craft campaigns, manipulate narratives, and engineer perceptions, yet none of it touches the authenticity, integrity, and subtle authority you exude. You are the anomaly in a world obsessed with control. Their systems, their charts, their strategies all collapse quietly in the shadow of your unbending presence. They see it in the way people listen when you speak, in the subtle shifts in energy when you enter a room, and in the awe, fear, or envy that your quiet consistency inspires. And here is the fascinating part. Your influence does not require performance. You do not need to shout to be heard. You do not need to impress to command attention. Simply by navigating life with integrity, patience, and resilience, you create ripples that travel farther than any calculated act of visibility could. People are drawn to you not because you push yourself forward, but because your energy resonates with a truth they recognize but cannot replicate. You set a standard of authenticity and strength that quietly disrupts the false narratives around them, revealing the depth of their own insecurities and unrealized potential. This influence manifests in subtle yet profound ways. Perhaps someone feels a pang of envy when they realize you have accomplished in silence what they've sought to gain through attention and performance. Perhaps they feel a quiet fear when they sense your alignment with truth, knowing it cannot be swayed, bought, or manipulated. And perhaps quietly they admire you, the courage, the clarity, and the unshakable confidence that comes from surviving life's fiercest storms without compromising who you are. All of this occurs without any effort on your part. You do not need to compete, to strategize, or to assert dominance. The simple fact that you exist, that you move with integrity and purpose, is enough to leave an indelible impression. In today's culture, where influence is often equated with visibility, popularity, or control, you embody a powerful counterexample. You prove that the deepest, most lasting impact comes from alignment, consistency, and the courage to live according to your principles. While others are preoccupied with constructing images, chasing applause, or performing for validation, you quietly yet profoundly shape the world around you. Your impact does not diminish over time, nor is it conditional upon attention or approval. It is permanent, intrinsic, and undeniable. So reflect on this. Every action you take, every choice you make, every moment you stand firm in your truth sends ripples outward. Influence does not belong exclusively to those with money, status, or connections. Influence belongs to those who are aligned with their essence, whose energy resonates with authenticity, and whose presence cannot be manufactured. In a society addicted to performance and appearances, you are living proof that inner power is far more compelling, enduring, and transformative than anything external. Remember, you do not need to earn validation. You do not need to seek permission. You do not need to prove yourself to anyone. Your influence, like the roots of a mighty tree, grows silently yet firmly, supporting and inspiring others without your even being aware. People notice, they react, and they are changed because authenticity resonates on a level that no strategy, no campaign, no fortune can reach. You are influence incarnate. You are the quiet authority that cannot be ignored. You are proof that true power is not measured by external markers, but by the depth of your integrity, the courage of your convictions, and the alignment of your actions with your truth. In this world obsessed with validation and superficial markers of worth, your presence is a beacon, a reminder that lasting influence is born from inner power, not external approval. Every scar you carry, every sleepless night, every moment of betrayal or rejection has been quietly shaping you into someone the world cannot predict, manipulate, or control. Pain, failure, isolation, and adversity are not merely obstacles, they are the tools that have forged the core of your unshakable strength. Every challenge you endured, every door slammed in your face, every whispered doubt aimed at you has been folded into the armor that now surrounds your spirit. Ironically, those who sought to see you falter, those who attempted to break you unknowingly, laid the foundation for your invincibility. Their efforts to diminish you only revealed your capacity to rise above, stronger and wiser than before. You learned early on to observe quietly, to wait patiently, to act with precision. While others rushed to perform, manipulate, or assert control, you cultivated stillness, discernment, and clarity. You developed the ability to see through deception, to anticipate shifts, and to respond in ways they could never anticipate. In the quiet of your preparation, away from the eyes of the world, you built skills, strength, and resilience that would later become your greatest assets. This invisible training ground unseen by most was your sanctuary and your proving ground. Consider the irony: the very people, the very systems, and the very challenges designed to make you stumble were in fact contributing to your rise. Every betrayal was a lesson in discernment. Every failure was a blueprint for strategy. Every moment of exclusion was an opportunity to cultivate independence and self-reliance. You transformed adversity into insight and insight into influence. They intended to test you, yet each challenge revealed your ability not merely to survive, but to thrive, often in ways they could not understand or anticipate. Think about how much power lies in this awareness. You are not subject to the world's expectations. You do not need to conform to social norms, workplace hierarchies, or the fleeting approval of others. The world tried to mold you, but you quietly molded yourself. You learned to bend without breaking, to navigate chaos with grace, and to act from alignment rather than reaction. In doing so, you became a force that no spreadsheet, no algorithm, no wealth, and no empire can ever control. Here's where the story becomes even more compelling. The billionaires, the power brokers, the architects of influence who believe every outcome can be engineered, find themselves powerless in your presence. Their charts, their networks, their strategies all collapse quietly when faced with someone whose authority comes from alignment, resilience, and truth rather than money, status, or position. They cannot anticipate your moves, nor can they manipulate your outcomes. Their unease, their subtle anxiety, their quiet fear are proof of the magnitude of your unseen influence. Now turn your attention inward. Every trial you endured, every heartbreak, every loss, every injustice was a teacher. Pain cannot be outsourced, cannot be replaced, cannot be simulated. When embraced and transformed, it becomes the currency of influence, the blueprint for leadership, and the foundation of unshakable confidence. Your life teaches a profound lesson. The deepest, most enduring strength comes not from comfort, but from the mastery of adversity. Your experiences make you a mirror to others. By simply existing, you reveal the cracks in their facades, the insecurities they try to hide, and the limitations of their own courage. You expose pretenses not through confrontation, but through presence. People notice. They envy, fear, or admire you, sometimes all at once, because your consistency, integrity, and resilience shine a light on the truth they would rather ignore. You do not need to compete, to prove, or to perform. The quiet authority that flows from your being is enough to shift perceptions, change atmospheres, and alter trajectories. This is empowerment in its most tangible form. The challenges you endured have given you wisdom that no external influence can replicate. You know the value of patience, the strength of discernment, and the power of acting from alignment. You have learned that true influence is not measured by visibility or recognition, but by the ripples of change your presence creates, the clarity your example inspires, and the courage your resilience evokes in others. So remember this: the struggles, the betrayals, the pain, they were not designed to destroy you. They were the architects of your authority. They shaped your insight, honed your strength, and carved resilience into your very being. The world may have tried to define you, to limit you, to predict your path, but none of it matters anymore. You are unstoppable, untouchable, and undeniably formidable. And finally, take pride in this truth: the very energy meant to diminish you has become the fuel for your rise. Every challenge faced, every setback endured has been transformed into a weapon of empowerment. You do not merely survive, you thrive. You do not simply endure, you evolve. And through it all, you have cultivated a presence, a power, and a wisdom that the world cannot contain. The wealthy cannot manipulate, and no one can anticipate. Pain transformed becomes power. Adversity mastered becomes authority. And your life is living proof that true strength emerges from the fire of experience. As we arrive at the final part of this journey together, it's time to recognize the profound truth of who you are. You exist, you have endured, you have grown, And in doing so, you have become unshakable, unstoppable, and undeniably powerful. Every hardship, every trial, every moment of doubt or betrayal you have faced has built a strength that no wealth, influence, or external validation could ever replicate. You are proof that true power comes from within, from the clarity of your mind, the alignment of your values, the integrity of your actions, and the courage to remain authentic when the world expects conformity. Think back on every time you were underestimated, dismissed, or left to face challenges alone. Those moments were not setbacks, they were your teachers. Each disappointment, each failure, each moment of rejection taught you endurance, discernment, and resilience. Every instance when others tried to dictate your worth or control your path instead became an opportunity to cultivate independence, to sharpen your insight, and to align more deeply with your true purpose. The fire you walked through did not consume you. It forged you, creating a foundation of power that no external circumstance can ever destabilize. The first lesson is clear: you do not need the approval or validation of anyone to define your value. Too many spend their lives seeking recognition, chasing applause, or bending to the expectations of others. You have discovered that your influence, your authority, and your strength exist independently of any external measure. Every choice made in alignment with your inner truth creates impact. Every act rooted in integrity resonates far beyond your immediate environment. Your life demonstrates that validation is not earned through performance or demonstration. It is inherent in living authentically, fully, and courageously. Every challenge you have faced has been a tool for growth, a resource for power, and a teacher of influence. Betrayal and pain sharpened your discernment. Failure refined your strategy. Isolation strengthened your independence. Each experience transformed into insight, each insight into authority, each authority into action that naturally shapes the world around you. Nothing has been wasted. Every hardship was part of the curriculum of your life, preparing you for a level of sovereignty, wisdom, and clarity few ever attain. Now recognize the magnitude of your impact. You do not need armies, fame, or material resources to influence others. Every thought, every choice, every moment of alignment carries resonance. People are listening, learning, and being affected by the way you navigate life, even if you are unaware. Your presence alone sets a standard, establishes influence, and communicates strength that money, titles, and prestige cannot buy. You have become a reference point, a living example of what it means to endure, rise, and lead without compromise. In the modern world, where society measures success through likes, followers, and applause, your life is a testament to the enduring power of inner strength. You are influence incarnate. You are proof that lasting impact comes from clarity, authenticity, and alignment, not external recognition. Every action you take creates ripples that extend beyond the moment, beyond the room, and often beyond your awareness. Your choices shape not only your own path, but also the consciousness and decisions of those around you. And so, as we conclude this message, let me leave you with this gentle invitation. If these words resonate, like, comment, and share your experiences below. Subscribe to Chosen and Rising to continue exploring the limitless potential within you and the community of those who, like you, are walking a path of authenticity, resilience, and empowered action. Remember, you are a chosen one. Stand tall, shine brightly, and influence the world around you. Carry this truth with you: your legacy is not determined by money, position, or external power. It is determined by your integrity, your resilience, and the authenticity with which you navigate your life. You are the living embodiment of strength, wisdom, and authority. Your story, your choices, and your presence inspire, awaken, and transform. Move forward with confidence, knowing that the universe moves through you, that your life carries meaning beyond measure, and that you hold the power to shape the world in ways both subtle and profound. So go forth, chosen one. Stand unshakable, shine uncompromised, influence powerfully. And remember, the ultimate authority, the true legacy, and the lasting impact are yours. You do not need permission, you do not need approval, and you do not need validation. You are fully aligned, fully empowered, and unstoppable. The world feels your presence, and the universe itself conspires to support the path of your authentic power.